What's up, guys? Today we are going to be doing something kind of similar to last video, but we're also going to be trying a dip, and that is Skoal Apple long cut.
Yeah, it's an uncracked can, you know. That way I've never had it, neither has he.
I have it.
So we thought it'd be a legitimate review video if we did it for the first time with everybody. So yeah, we're gonna crack it.
Go ahead and crack that. See, when we picked it up, you could smell it uncracked.
It literally smells like that apple cinnamon
apple
stuff. It smells like that apple cinnamon dessert. That's what it smells like.
Like fried apples with
Yeah,
cinnamon.
fried apples.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it's
my
what
papa
it smells like.
My papa used to get that stuff. It's
I've heard mixed reviews about it, honestly. I've heard that it was good, and I had other people who said it was, shit.
See, I've tried.
I forgot, we're not supposed to cuss now.
Yeah,
because
so
we don't need to
can't
be
do that.
demonetized. So it's going to be all clean from here on out.
Okay, we all know what clean means with us, but we'll go with that.
No more S's, no more F's, no more C's, but ass and titties and dick, that's okay.
Oh yeah, it's okay because everybody has one. Okay, anyways, I've actually tried kayak green apple, and I know that it was
Kayak is disgusting all around, no matter what you get.
I tried kayak green apple, and honestly, the thing is that in South Carolina, both of my uncles dipped it actually, and it's cheap out there for some reason.
Yeah, I've noticed too, because I used to live in North Carolina, and snuff was cheaper down there. But in Texas,
it's honestly a pretty can.
In Texas, you gotta pay out the ass.
Cover that dumb shit up. Not see us at a bad word.
Come on, man. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pack the first lip, considering I paid for
it. Anyways, I'm going to.
We are gonna be. Would you shut up?
Would you shut the fuck up? I almost said a bad word again.
We're gonna get demonetized.
I got enough demons.
You're an idiot. But yeah, I'm gonna get the first pinch, and then he's gonna get a pinch, and then we're just gonna tell stories. Just a bunch of them. And we also, at the end of the video, well, not at the end of the video, after the video, we're gonna put in a link or people's Snapchat names in the description for the people who supported our channel.
Pack your lips, son. I got this. I'm good at talking. Anyways, if you would like to be in the description and have your Snapchat name shouted out and your name in general shouted out,
smell that shit.
That is amazing smelling. All you have to do is next time we send out a video or like a sneak peek to our video for people to watch and God damn, son.
Oh, I'm dropping some in the can.
Yeah, how about you don't waste it? It smells incredibly good, by the way. It smells really good. But if you would like to be in the description with your name, Snapchat name, all you have to do is next time we send out a video, if you would like to swipe up, we will send you a copy of the video, and you can put it on your story, and then do xxthatfatkiddxx, and then whatever his is.
Todd 121902.
And put it on your story, and then you can ask your friends to spread it from there, and then pretty much, I mean, that's honestly the only way this is going to get anywhere.
I'm gonna let this soak, and I'm gonna let him put it in to be able to get the full review. I don't know. I'm gonna let it soak for a minute, and then we'll.
Well, I tell you what, the kayak green apple, it smelled just like this. It's actually kind of cut like it too. It's not good, but after you dip it for a while, it's actually really good.
Neither one of us are fans of Skoal, honestly. But, I mean, we'll dip it if that's what we have. Like Skoal Classic Wintergreen. We'll dip that, because, I mean, it's got a sweeter taste to it. But usually we're not big on Skoal. We usually do, like, Grizzly and stuff like that. That's usually my everyday dip is Grizzly Dark. Or just regular Grizzly.
Well, first experience. It does seem as if it's just like kayak green apple.
When I put it in at first, when I put a dip in, I press down on my tongue because it also gives you a little bit of a taste while you're putting it in. And at first, I didn't like it, but it's been soaking. What are you doing?
What?
It's been it's been soaking for a minute, and it's not bad, but it's also not. It's not my favorite, you know. I've done this before. It's been a while. We are going to do another video of another flavored Skoal. We'll keep that on the down low, which I'm actually a fan of. He's never tried it, but
What flavor?
we're going to keep that on the DL down low, which means we're not going to tell them.
Okay, I got you.
But it's a flavored Skoal, and I'm a fan of it, but I've also heard people aren't. So, you know, it's something that not everybody likes, but some people do. I like it because I think it's got a good flavor, but we will do a video on that some other time. And we do have another video coming out tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow. We're going to do another review on something else.
And not tomorrow morning, because these videos, for some reason, uploading them on your phone takes 3 hours. I was up until 5:30 this morning trying to get that video.
I honestly always wondered why it took so long. Like, YouTubers always, you know, did videos the day before, and then
they always do them on their Snapchat, like, oh, it's coming out, you just have to wait.
It's just like, it's because it literally takes so long. So everybody that's asking when it's coming out, we're going to upload it after we do some editing, and then we're going to put the people's Snapchat names in the description, and then we're going to upload it, and then whenever it uploads, we'll put something on both our Snapchats, and we'll let you know.
Just honestly, it really does remind me of that kayak green apple. Honestly, it has a better, like, boom, you taste it, right? It has a better taste. Kayak is like a really sour, but it's the apple.
It's like
it's like a background flavor. You taste more of the tobacco than you did the actual apple.
It tastes more like if you took Copenhagen Original and then just took the juice, like apple juice, and sprinkled it on Copenhagen Original. That's what I'm getting, honestly. It's not really, the apple's not overpowering, but it's not
a lot thinner cut.
Yeah, it's not bad, and
it's a
not
little bit drier too. Drier than you would think for an apple flavor.
The date.
Oh, POS. So, it's time to get on to the story.
We'll let this soak. We'll let you know near the end of the video, or after we're done telling stories, once we run out or something. We'll let you guys know, you know, how long it lasts, or, you know. See, I put a bigger one in than him.
You did.
So mine might last a little bit longer. And, like, once it starts losing flavor, we can just say that it is. Like, once it starts losing flavor, we don't have to wait that long. But
it isn't bad, though. I mean, it's not daily dip material.
No, not at all.
But, no, if he's in school and somebody's like, hey, bub, you want some? Hell yeah, I want some.
Yeah,
nice.
If like, it's all you have, and that's all you can get, you know, whatever. But it's not something you'll just go out and be like, yo, I need some Skoal Apple, you know. But it's alright. It's not the best.
It's definitely not like a last resort, and it's not a daily dip. Yeah, but it is something I could sit back and enjoy.
Honestly, what I'm thinking is, it's like, instead of eating dessert on Thanksgiving, this is what you do. You're like, ah.
Oh, you want apple pie? No, I'm allergic to apples. Let me put a fucking chaw in.
Hey, dude, dude, we're gonna have to bleep this out. Oh, it's like, I don't care. But we do need to take a little bit of a cleaner approach. But yeah, so do you have any stories you want to start off with?
Well, I was asked by one of my good friends, Virgillvance.
You should add him, and he will be in the description, by the way.
I went to, when I left Poca, the people from Poca know that I left Poca, and the people from Lincoln County know that I came to Lincoln County from Poca.
Oh, shit.
I walked into class, and there was this kid that had brown hair, blue eyes, and he stands up in the middle of class, and is like, does anybody have a spit bottle?
Hold on. Can I just say, I took a drink of water with this, and honestly, the water makes it taste better. Like, legitimately, it makes it taste better once you drink water. I just, like, as soon as I took a drink, I was like, what the heck? Like, I looked at the water to make sure it wasn't flavored, and I was like, hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's another story I got. It's about my uncle. It's pretty funny, too.
Alright, go ahead and finish that Virgil story. I'm sorry for interrupting. I just had to cut in, because, I mean, that's
part of the video. I'm pretty sure it's kind of important.
Like, if you're drinking water, put this in. It makes like instead of buying flavor packets, buy you some Skoal Apple and drink it drink it while you got it in, because I mean, it's good. All right,
So, and anyways, this kid virgillvance, he stands up in the middle of class and does anybody have a spit bottle? Public service announcement if I've ever seen one. And I walk over and I tell I'm definitely going to sit over there. I think we could be good friends. I walk over there, and we literally sit down and we start asking questions about dip, about fishing, and literally everything that we had, that we came up with, was the same answer. Well, the same kid, Virgil, who's in the description, we got an assignment as partners, actually a group, to find something to argue about, and I'm sure he remembers this. He could probably comment how fun he was for his version. It was to find something to argue about and a reason to argue about it, and like to have like a valid argument, like to counterclaim everything that you would need to argue. Everything that we came up with was exactly the same. Oh, okay. What if it's clear water? It's in the morning. You have a rocky bottom, and you're not really sure if there's fish in there? Oh, that's right. You're going to throw exactly what I think you're going to throw. The same thing as me. And we went through food. We went through fishing lures. We went through fishing times, different types of fish to catch, ranking of which fish is our favorite. And
I'll tell you
everything was the same.
Mine's a rainbow trout. I love rainbow trout. They're my favorite. Or a largemouth, honestly.
I like the fight of a largemouth.
Yeah, the fight that a largemouth will give you is decent, but honestly, rainbow trout is probably my favorite fish to fish for. But yeah, if you're wondering what that red line is on my face, we just got off work like an hour ago, and I kind of like smacked my head on a 4x4, so it's like it left a mark all down my face. Hey.
And so like you said about drinking the water makes a dip taste better, right?
Yep.
My uncle dips. He's pretty cool. He's a firefighter. You know, he's cool to hang out with. He's a complete redhead. He's super white. He sunburns by looking through the window at the sun. I have no idea how. Well, that's him. And he normally dips Copenhagen mint or regular Copenhagen snuff, Copenhagen long cut, or southern. Is it southern or southern? Southern blend. Well, he decided he's gonna pick up Baja Blast. Is it Blast or Splash? Okay, Baja Blast, which is made by Mountain Dew and Taco Bell. I think it's like
It started at Taco Bell.
Well, and he was like, you know what? And I was like, what? He said, I'm gonna go pick up some Baja Blast. And I was like, all right. So he comes back, and we're having dinner. And dinner just got done. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to spit this Copenhagen mint out because I had no more. I was like, yeah, you mind if I get a chew? He gave me one, threw it out because dinner was done. He comes back, and he's like, I got the Baja Blast. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. Can I have one? He's like, yeah, sure. He said, here, taste it with some Copenhagen mint. And I'm like, Sean, I just spit that out. He legitimately gave me his keys and made me run out to his car to go grab his last can of Copenhagen mint so I could throw a dip in and try it. And then after that, he let me spit it out. Just so I could take one drink. And let me tell you, it was fucking amazing. What? You got a problem?
Say fuck one more time, I'm gonna hit you.
Say fuck? Oh. Don't hit me, that wasn't
But anyway, one time, I remember I was at a football game, and honestly, I got bored because it was just one of them JV games. And I went with a couple of my friends. We went to a baseball field, and we all started packing dips. And I had a blue Gatorade and some Stoker's. I had Copenhagen Wintergreen. And I sat there thinking, I was like, what if I mixed this blue Gatorade with some Copenhagen Wintergreen?
Oh my god, it is so good with water.
But
Did you
yeah.
spit on my leg?
Sorry. No, I didn't. I spit in my jug.
I'm pretty sure my leg's wet.
But anyway, I mixed it, and at first you couldn't taste it. I let it chug for a good minute, and you couldn't taste it at first. And then after like 2 or 3 minutes, it honestly tasted amazing. So if you got like a blue Gatorade, I don't know what they're really called. If you get one of those and you have some Cope Wintergreen, you might want to try that because it's really good. But that's not really one of the stories I wanted to tell. One day, I was I was fishing.
Like the clap.
No, I was I was frog gigging at night. It was about 2:30 in the morning, and we're this pond. What?
Huh? You're at the pond.
It's not illegal, but okay.
You're at the pond.
Yeah, I was at this pond. It was right next to my house, and my boots got stuck in the mud. Like my feet sunk in this mud, and I got stuck, and my boots wouldn't come out. So I had to take my boots off, and once I tried to take off my second boot, I fell over into the water and just digested every bit of that water and algae in this pond.
Wait, what kind of boots were they? Were they like the muck boots that like come up to your knees?
And they wouldn't come out of the water. I had to take them off, and once I got to my second one, I legit fell over into the water. I think I had Copenhagen mint in, and then I just swallow all this water and algae, and I throw up everywhere. So, kind of ruined my frog gigging. Didn't really get a catch anymore.
Didn't even get the clap.
I caught. Damn it. Because I fell over in the water and threw up everywhere, so I had to go home. It sucked because I was really looking forward to going because it was like my first time going, I think. And I just fall over in the water and drink it all, So.
I'll tell you what, I was like 3. Anywhere from 3 to 5. I don't really remember that good. I just barely remember it. And I was sitting there, and my dad rides not motorcycles, but
Dirt bikes.
And he's like really good at me. He does wheelies, stop. He can do anything. He's really good at it.
That's why you buy a mud jug.
This is exactly why you buy a mud jug, because this carpet, if this was open, I'd feel bad for it.
Yeah, I just dropped this about 2 feet. Nothing.
But anyways, my dad's really good at dirt bikes and 4-wheelers, and you ride them doing tricks and stuff like that because he's don't really know.
Disclaimer: we're not making fun of disabled people.
I just honestly feel bad for him. And he was like, and I guess he wanted me to grow up and be like him and be like really good on dirt bikes and stuff. But my first dirt bike I don't even remember what it was, but I know it had training wheels. And I was like, oh, I can do this. I took off through the yard, and I went straight down there. This was in Lincoln County. I went straight through the yard, and for some odd reason, I got a bright idea to turn a hard left, dude. And right near this mud puddle, I stopped and fell over. Literally half my face was mud, and in my mouth was mud, and then the other side was completely clean. I walked up to my dad crying because I had no idea what the heck just happened, and he, honestly, I think he was disappointed.
That reminds me of this one time. I was over at my uncle's house.
One time at band camp.
Voice crack, buddy.
One time at band camp. What'd you do with that skin flute, Todd?
But no, I was at my uncle's house, and my mom thought she was going to be a badass. And she got on this dirt bike, and she literally... She used to ride dirt bikes when she was younger.
It's really bad.
And she went wide open. And her foot got stuck on the peg. And she goes straight into this creek. It was like a 10-foot drop. And she lands straight in this creek. And the peg from the dirt bike goes into her leg. And then she really ruined herself on that one. And at first it was really terrifying, but now it's funny to joke about because, like, she's fine now. But now she's got this, like, big L scar on her leg, and it's crazy.
So, when I reached over there and grabbed the mud jug, for some odd reason, it brought back this memory of, like, I don't know, a week ago. And I'm sitting there, and me and Todd's watching Netflix. I don't even know what he's watching. And it might have been on YouTube. And for some odd reason, the light was off because we was watching TV. For some odd reason, I had the mud jug like right here, and then the pillow was like where my arm was.
No, it was a water bottle.
No, it was a mud jug. I promise. And I know because I spit. And if you look, the mud jug has like a funnel. It hit the funnel and literally just ramped right up it and went over the mud jug. And I had a big old chew in. And I don't know if you guys chew or dip. I mean, I know most of you dip, but I don't know if you chew. I've done. What was it? Red Man. It was Red Man. Red Man's not too juicy, but it was pretty juicy, and I just put one in. And when I spit, it ramped up, it hit my arm and covered his pillow. It was a mess, honestly. And then the next day, we're sitting there, and we're both on our phones, you know, going, I think we was on, what, Instagram, something like that? I'm going through Instagram, and we only had one bottle because his mom's, like, super strict about cleaning his room because his room's, he's POS. And he says, so, we're sitting there, and we had one bottle to spit in. Well, he hands it to me. Didn't even put the lid on. Didn't even bother to put the lid on. Honestly, he had, I don't know what was going on in his mind when he decided that he wasn't going to put the lid on. And I went to grab it. It slipped out of my hand. And, like, raise your arm up, bub. It went between our arms and then down the back where our elbows go and covered the bed.
Yeah, there's literally a stain in my bed about this big of a puddle of dip spit.
Because Todd wanted to leave the lid off for some ungodly reason.
I'm not the idiot who dumped it everywhere.
That wasn't my fault.
It was.
Really, what happened was...
You should have had a better grip on it.
You're used to gripping things like that, ain't you?
Yeah, your mom is too.
Oh, man. I hope she doesn't watch this one. Anyways.
Just a disclaimer, Ashley. It's a joke. You're awesome.
Mom's in that. Mom, you just call her out, why don't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because people are just going to be like, yeah, let's go find her. Let's go find her real quick.
Let's find her real quick and tell her how big of a POS her son is.
Why don't you do that? Because I don't think she realizes.
Well, please tell her. She doesn't believe me. You act like I can't see you right here. Anyways. So, there was this one time, and it was me and my mom and my dad and my two brothers. Before my dad got with this other girl and had two more kids.
Tina.
Wow. Why do you gotta bring them up? Specifically didn't bring them up in the last video. Anyways, so it was just me, Isaiah, Day Day, my mom, and my dad.
Okay, what's Day Day's real name? Why don't you...
Damien.
Okay, well, I don't think people really got that.
What do they think his name's Night Night?
Fucking idiot, I swear.
Anyways, and I was like really, really, really little. I wish I had a picture of it still. We went to Columbus Zoo. Where Damien was like a real, like he was like a baby, like couldn't even walk yet really. And he was sitting there and he honestly acted like it was the most terrible thing to go to a zoo and see animals. Like they had it was honestly super fun because they had big old turtles, they had penguins, they had all kinds of cats. They literally had everything. Okay? I don't know if you guys have been back when I went. It was pretty cool. We literally, and they kept it a surprise. It was like, oh, we're going to surprise the boys. I'm like, oh, okay, what we're doing in Columbus, Ohio. And I remember that because I was watching it on my phone, like on the maps, and I was like, I really wonder where we're going. Anyways, we went to the hotel, went to the zoo. Damien started crying. Like, as soon as we pulled in, my dad just turns around and we go back to the hotel. And then we go again when he stops, and I guess we had to change the diaper, he'd take a nap, some kind of baby thing. And it was honestly awkward. Wasn't much of a surprise.
When you started talking about Columbus Zoo, it got me thinking, back in, I think it was either 5th or 4th grade.
1994.
If you went to Polka, you know that they always, back in elementary school, they'd always take you on a big school year trip. And
for the end of the, like when you're...
It wasn't the end of the year, it was just like a trip they take you on, but if you didn't behave during the trip, we'd have to leave, I guess. I don't really remember, but one of my friends, he didn't, I'm gonna say his name, I don't know if he's gonna watch this or not, but Brett Haas, some of you might know who that is.
Brett Haas.
And he goes, I look at him, because he was sitting with me, and I look at him, I go, I dare you to go into the bathroom, because the bus we were riding was, it was one of them. I don't know what they're called.
They got the TVs.
It was a Greyhound bus. I know that's what it was. And there's a bathroom in the back of them. I said, I dare you to go into the bathroom and start moaning as loud as you can. And he's like, all right.
You're just a terrible person.
So we do it. He does it, I mean. And we were sitting at the very front of the bus because I got in trouble. So on the way home, they made me sit up front. And they made us sit up front. And he goes to the back of the bus. And where's the parks?
You're going to hell.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be offensive. I'm sorry about that one. But anyway.
Wow. Can't believe you've done this. Can't believe it. Why don't you start talking in an accent for the rest of the video?
Well, I'll tell you. He goes in the back of the bus and he starts moaning as loud as possible.
No.
Yeah, and he's fucking ha.
Wait, can you run that by me again? I couldn't hear you, right?
Ha. And he's doing this as loud as possible, and it was fucking hilarious. You know, he's just in the back of the bus going ha as loud as possible, and then he comes out of the bathroom, and the teacher goes, "Are you okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, my stomach's hurting me a little bit." And yeah, that was funny. And I got
Excuse me, I can't understand you.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. There's this other. I'm sorry, I'm American. There was this other time we were in 6th grade, and there was this teacher we had. I told Josh this story last night, and I'm sorry, this is getting annoying as hell. I can't keep doing that.
Just keep going. What's hell mean? That's where you go when you do bad things like drugs. You don't want to mop grass.
Oh yeah, that's a funny
That's
story.
another story.
Literally right down the road from where I live. I live in Sissonville.
So listen, my mom, hold on. No, look.
Hold on.
Smash my dip made it taste better because it's a POS dip.
I live in Sissonville, and if you don't know, Sissonville is about, drug capita of West Virginia. And right down the road, there's this big house somebody lives in. And this woman is so tweaked out. Josh is on his way home. His mom just picked him up.
This is a shout out to my mom, by the way, because she went and she posted it on her story. You can't really read it, but it's a picture. She took a screenshot of what I sent her, and she said, go check them out. She said, check them out. Awesome. Good luck. Downright funny is where it's at. And this is where her shout out comes in. And I'll go ahead and finish it. So I'm leaving Todd's. And actually, this was the same day that she came to pick me up. And she was like, is that your boyfriend? And I was like, no, I guess, yeah. And so we get down the road. And literally, we, like, I don't know, from what?
It's about half a football field, about 50 yards.
Yeah. And we get down there to this house, and the funny thing is that when Todd, my old buddy Todd here, first moved, he said it was like a drug house out of like an old movie.
Yeah, like it's like a Scarface house basically.
It really is. Like it's terrible, and it's actually a really nice, good looking house. It's got nice people, and my mom drives by, and of course the first thing she sees is some crazy lady mopping grass.
Tweaked out of her mind, mopping grass. So if you're watching this, mop lady, get a fucking life.
I could have used a broom. I mean that would have been more appealing. Their porch is concrete. Oh, I'm just sweeping grass. No, I'm mopping the grass.
Like, just come on, man. Put the light bulb down and go get a job.
So that was her shout out. And
oh, I didn't finish that 6th grade story. So I was in 6th grade, and I was.
How many accents do you have?
I don't know, but it was 6th grade, and we had a substitute teacher, Mr. Reedy's class, and yeah, he was sitting there in his chair sleeping, and he was just staring at the ceiling. His eyes were wide open. So I didn't know what was happening.
This is the funniest thing ever.
His eyes.
You can say this in American.
Okay, his eyes were wide open, but he's asleep, dead asleep. All right, and I'm sitting there working, and I look over, and I'm like, is he dead? Like, because his eyes are wide open. He's just staring at the ceiling. There's nothing there. He's just staring at the ceiling. And he's not responding to anything I say. So finally, I just start going, "Hey!" And he didn't respond. So I go, "Hey!" And he's still not responding. So finally, I go, "Hey!"
Oh my God! Why is that so funny? Honestly,
I don't know. But and he finally just goes, "What?" And I'm like, well, you looked like you were kind of dead over there, so I didn't want to, I didn't want one of our substitutes to croak over and die, because we might get in trouble for that one. And it was one of the funniest things that happened in that 6th grade class, honestly.
I know that it's terrible for me to say this,